And so I'd like to invite Katie up. And she's going to share her testimony and just what the Lord's been doing in her life.
Starting at the age of 2, I was molested by my biological father. As far back as I can remember, I have had sexual demonic influence in my life. I remember as early as 5 battling with images in my head. And so I guess I'll start with that. I carried that on. When I was 9 years old, I then was abused yet again by my stepdad. And that didn't stop until I was 20. I knew that he was there. I was taught that he was present, that he was loving, but I wasn't quite feeling it. And by the age of 17, I was suicidal. And this was my first encounter with the Lord. I was ready. I was there, about to take my own life. Whenever I asked him, I was like, okay, this is it. Would you give me one reason why I shouldn't take my own life? I honestly believe I heard an audible voice that day saying, because I love you. And I'm like, okay. From a very young age, my picture of a father was broken. And so through this, he was teaching me what a father is truly supposed to look like, and the father that he is to us. We don't have to fight for his love. We don't have to do works to be worthy of his love. It's there. He offers it freely as long as we're there willing to accept it from him. So at 17, my life was completely changed. But I picked up an issue with pornography as well. And it was an addiction, very much so. And it wasn't something that I enjoyed. It wasn't something that I wanted. I felt horrible. I felt disgusting. And totally unworthy of his love. And it didn't seem, I went through years of trying to fight that off on my own, like my own will was going to stop what that was. I could not. It was 2 months ago when bus life came through Ava, and I think I had gone Thursday night, and I loved this. I loved what had happened there, but there was something in me that didn't want to be there, and I was in a hurry to leave. And after I had left, I battled back and forth with, should I even go back? I didn't want to, but I couldn't come up with a good reason not to. So I'll just play it by ear the next day if I feel like I'm not going. So the next morning, I had tried to find things to distract me from going. It's like, well, I can't go to that because I'm way right here. Then I went to the store to grab something for lunch at the health food store on the square in Ava. And as I was walking out the door of the store, there was bus life people walking around the square asking people if they could pray for them. And I was like, wow, okay. Once again, part of me was terrified. It was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign I'm supposed to go. And the other part of me was relieved and wanted to cry because I knew that he was in pursuit of me. He came looking for me. They were praying for someone else outside the door. I was thinking, okay, if I could just sneak around, and if I could get to my car, I can get away, and I don't have to deal with this because this is uncomfortable. And I there was a lady that saw me, and she stepped out in front of me, and she says, "Can I pray for you?" So in a not very nice fashion, probably more sarcastic, I was like, "Sure, I'm not one to, not want to be prayed for." And she goes, "Okay, so what would you like me to pray for?" I don't know. She's like, "Well, do you have any ailments? Do you have any pain?" It's like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a headache that I've had for the past 2 months." And so she laid hands on me and began to pray. And a lot of from there, for the next, I want to say it was an hour, if not half hour, I don't remember exactly, just completely blurred, because I began to be delivered of multiple things. And there were just so many things that kept coming out. Then we got to the point where it felt like something was stuck. And one of the ladies praying for me said, that is a spiritual or a secret sin. You need to speak it. I knew it was sexual impurity. I don't know if anybody else has dealt with this, but it's a secret. You don't want it out, and the last thing you want to do is tell somebody about it. But in that moment, I was in such turmoil, and it became so real that this pain was right there. And at that moment, I had to make a choice to either let it stay or it could go. So I did. I spoke it, and like that, it just, everything flushed out. And I have not had a problem with any of that again. The freedom was so unbearably awesome. Because like I said, it was something that had been with me since the beginning of my life, and I didn't know life without it. And it is gone. It is so far away, and oh wow. Went back to the grounds where the revival was taking place, and that was the most unbelievable experience I had ever gone through in my life. Because with the deliverance from all that yuck, to go down into that water and have them say, "Die in Christ and rise in Him," to come up out of that water, I felt it all wash away. At that moment, I knew I was completely freed from all that. The guilt, the shame, it was gone. He came looking for me, and He found me and delivered me, who was disgusting, unworthy, and made me whole. He filled me up. And to show me just what kind of a father He truly is. And if I could just say anything, an encouragement is that it doesn't matter what you've gone through. It doesn't matter what's been done. You are loved, and you are worthy of His love. And it is there. It is a hand stretched out before you, and all you have to do is take it. And it seems like we spend so much time in our life trying to, explain away why His hand should be there. We go, but you don't understand, God. You just don't get it. Let Him walk you through life. Let Him fill you and show you who you are through His eyes, and let Him free you.